me up some bands. Get it how we can, man, gang, go hand in hand. Beating up our pots, so when I get it, watch my wrist lock. I don't need a chop, watch how you approach me, boy, I got a block. And I throw shots, leave a nigga body in shock. Really in the trap to keep it G, I don't even rap. Man, I just cap, made that boy really run.
Welcome back to another episode of M&B TV. Today we have a special guest. Her name is Keyshawn, also known as Kiki, Little Cali, and my favorite, Key Killer. Kiki is a California native who I met over 30 years ago. Our history together was a little rocky to say the least, but it wasn't all bad. Despite the drama, I ended up getting Kiki pregnant, and we now have a 27-year-old son named Deju. Kiki is in town handling business, and she agreed to let me interview her. So without further ado, Key Killer, what's up? Let the people know a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I'm from California. I came out here when I was like 17 years old. Was at the bus stop, met a few people from 3-1. At the time I didn't know, met Peebo, young,
R.I.P. Peebo.
R.I.P. Peebo. Met him and another young man at the Greyhound. And,
What was they doing? What happened?
I don't know what they was doing, but I seen a mouse and screamed, and they was telling me I'll be all right. They moved my suitcase, and it was real nice to me, just trying to make sure I felt safe, you know. And, yeah, Moni walked up in there. Yeah, walked up in there and see me crying, and was like, you know, concerned. I told him I was stuck. And I exchanged numbers and came and got me. And from that point on, you know, one thing led to another. And now it's my baby daddy.
So, where were you born, Kiki?
Oh, I was born in New York.
New York?
Yeah.
Okay. Where at Brooklyn, Harlem?
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, okay.
Born in Brooklyn.
Have you spent time in New York, or you were just born there?
No, I was born there and I left at the age of, like 5. Was raised in Cali.
Okay, so you don't really know too much about it.
No, not really.
But what was you like growing up? What was little Kiki like? Baby, the young girl Kiki.
Very adventurous. Risk taker. Always with a bunch of excitement, always doing something, always into something, always meeting new people.
Always into something, going somewhere, doing something. Be all over town when she was in Kansas City, be everywhere, a little bit everywhere. Tell us about your mother and father, and what influence did they have on who you become today?
Well, my parents were from the islands, Trinidad and Tobago. Very strict, and coming from, having strict parents and being an American child, it's kind of tough. It's like you want to do all the stuff that your friends are doing, and your parents they're not okay with that because they weren't raised like that. So, I was always well protected, I guess, and didn't get to go out as much. So like when I turned like 14, 15, I kind of just started, running away from home and getting into things in the street. I was just tired of being kind of like...
So that strict
yeah.
upbringing kind of push you into the streets.
Yeah, pretty much. I was just tired of I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. Just didn't want to follow rules and regulations at my house because my parents weren't from the United States, and I thought they were too strict. They were just too strict. And
bring that Trinidad
culture.
That culture over here to America, and you was getting Americanized. And
yeah, I didn't have no understanding of it. So
that pushed you to the streets.
Basically.
Yeah. That's where your adventures began.
Most definitely.
All right. So do you have any other brothers and sisters?
Yeah, I have a little brother.
And he didn't get that that strict up? I mean,
No, not at all. I think they knew, with me they messed up, so they did better with him. He had a lot more freedom, so he didn't, make the same mistakes that I did.
okay, y'all pretty close.
We'll be all right.
All
We could be
right,
closer.
that's what's up. Do you ever wish you had a sister?
Well, I do have a sister and a brother, but I just never met them because they were on my father's side, and we can't find them. It's a really large family, but the last name is such a common last name that it's really just hard to find all of them. So,
What they in New York? They over in the States or back
I
in
mean,
Trinidad?
there's some in Trinidad, there's some in New York. They're pretty much all over. It's a big family on that side. It's 13 of them. So
So if anybody in Trinidad see this video, help Kiki find her people. Help her find her brothers and sisters, her long lost brothers and sisters. I'm sure they look just like you. Help
I'm
her
sure
out.
they do.
Okay, what's your favorite food, Kiki? I know we used to go out and eat all the time. What's your favorite food?
Yeah, we always ate Mexican, but my favorite food, I would say, is Caribbean food, island food. It's what I grew up on.
Really? Can you
Yeah.
cook it?
No.
So Kiki came to the project when 3-1 was wide open. Everybody was getting money. She was right there in the middle of it. Can you share some of your experiences during that time, your time in Kansas City?
Yes, I can. I know there was a little spot on Third. I was talking to someone today, and I think it was the Paradox. Yeah, I remember they had pool in there as well. And I remember just sitting in the booths and smoking in there. There's a few little stores too, like candy stores.
Yeah, we
that
know
we go
about
to.
the candy. Give us some juicy details.
Some juicy
What was the
details.
city like when you was out there?
Man, it was
North
crazy.
Korea?
Everybody was making money. It was a lot of ballers. You had everybody. Certain people was into music too, so you had certain groups of people that had their own little clique of people.
Like I say, Kiki she was in and out, weaving in and out. All
Sure was.
You know what I'm saying? Couldn't they? Never knew where you was gonna find Kiki. You know what I'm saying? Where she was gonna be at? Kiki was never scared to move around. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what she was looking for, but she was out there. I think we just having fun.
I was.
Having fun.
I was having a lot of fun. I mean, it was cracking back then. I mean, as soon as you drive in, every street, it was, I can't explain. It was just so much fun, but then there was a lot of danger too, It's people funking with each other. You didn't want to get caught up in a crossfire. It was good and bad, A lot of people made a lot of good friends out here. Like back then, I felt like people were different. People were more solid. Like it was more real. It wasn't fake. Like it was
more genuine.
It was genuine,
Yeah, genuine
People were
love.
genuine,
There was a lot of genuine love back in the day.
It was love and hate.
So what brought you to Kansas City in the first place?
Long story short, I met somebody from Leavenworth, and I came out here, and that person was locked up, but I came out here anyways, and I ended up meeting you, and that was the end of that person. He was good to me.
Kinda.
He was good and bad. He was something else. He was with the shit. I mean, he was with the shit. What was the good?
Talk about it.
Well, the good was I was in a house.
Put a roof over her head.
A nice house.
Fed her.
Fed me, taught me how to cook certain things.
Yeah.
Toned me down a little bit because I was wild, Toned me down a little bit. Taught me how to kind of be more of a lady. I was a tomboy, kind of, sort of. I would say I was out there though. Yeah, I was just having fun. I was young, and I came from like a suburb area where it was a lot of white people. And now I come to Kansas City and everybody black. All the businesses are black. Like it was just,
That was one thing that
I loved
you know
it.
what I'm saying?
I loved it. You know, all black owned businesses.
Yeah,
I
that was
wasn't
one thing
used to
that I
that.
recognized when we moved here from when we came from California and moved to the project. It was the first time there was so many black people in one spot that you know what I'm saying. So it was kind of a culture shock, but it was something that it was good. You know what I mean? When it was good, it was good. But
Most definitely.
here with no family, how'd you survive? What was your hustle and how'd you get by? With no family in Kansas City.
It was weird, but it was like automatically you became my family. Like no matter what I did, you was still there for me. You know, and then I met a few of my friends, which Tanaya, my friend, and she helped me a lot. Like I was embraced with a lot of love here. That's why I was able to just keep going and survive and push on because the people that I met treated me like family. They treated me like they been knowing me. Took, was kind to me, fed me, clothed me, gave me money, made sure I had my little weed, whatever I needed. People was there for me, so it kept me here. I didn't feel like I wasn't in a safe place. I felt like I was at home.
Yeah, that's how the hood was. We adopt. People come in and we open. Invite them in, man, with open arms, man, and it becomes like family. And that's one thing that I really liked about the projects.
Me too.
It was the feeling, of family. You know what I mean? Who were some of your friends? Who are your groups you hung out with? I heard you say Tanea.
I hung out with Tanea, Angie, Danielle, Celia for a moment. That was my little clique.
Them was your road dog.
Yeah, that's who I rode with.
That's who y'all roll with.
Yeah, that's who I rode
Thick
with.
and thin.
Yeah, pretty much.
So who were some of your foes? Did you
Shit, well, it was crazy because some of my foes actually turned into some of my friends in a weird way. You know how life works. First got out here, was having some issues, staying different places because everything with us wasn't always good. So I don't know. I told you I had stayed with Angie B. I was with Liza and Lily. Everybody was around. Yeah, and they robbed me, man. Stole my stuff. Seen Liza turned up at a party with my bodysuit on. Back then I was scary. I didn't do nothing. But
You was scared.
I was scared. I didn't do nothing. Shit, I was just me.
You wasn't gonna fuck with the clique. The clique would have got on your ass.
But what's crazy is that they end up being hella cool with me later on. They ain't never paid me back for my shit, but whatever.
Yeah,
But
the clique would have been on your ass. Fucking with the clique.
Yeah, but I did have some tough times too with a lot of the females because I wasn't from here.
Who you scrap with down there?
I don't remember a few people.
Like who? Name one.
Who I scrapped with down there at 3-1. You really want to know?
Just one.
Linda.
Linda who?
Union. But that was the main one I remember.
Linda always trying to bully somebody.
She was always trying to fight me because I was special.
What was your favorite thing to do when you was in Kansas City? I mean, what was your thing to do that you enjoyed, you know what I'm saying?
Like what I really enjoyed?
Yeah.
I enjoyed just going to like little house parties and stuff. There was always something going on. Or like one time, I forgot who it was, but they had like this tattooist over there. We was getting tattoos and smoking. Shit, I was always turning up. It was always something going on. It was always somebody's house. Everybody over there kicking it, chilling. It was that type of vibe back then. People don't do that too much anymore. Like you just knew it was at such and such house, Then it was always like, it's sad to say, but there was a lot of funerals. So we'd go to, have like big receptions, play music, and
yeah, it was always.
You know, so it was always, I mean, it wasn't good, but then at the same time, it was kind of good. It was weird. I don't know how to explain it. Like, sad to see people go, but it brought a lot of people together, too. You know, I started going to Swope Park on Sundays, but that was in Missouri, but still finding things to do. It was just party, a lot of partying. Huh?
You saw what seeing them old schools? Tell them how Kansas City had them clean rides.
Kansas City, everybody was riding on gold ones out here. Nice rides, clean, paint jobs on point, you know, beat in the car. It seemed like the whole city was balling out of control.
Yeah, that was back in the day. The city was on fire.
Yeah, we had the public pool, you know. Everybody go there.
That was what you say, 93, 94?
So the times I'm talking about is like 93, 94, 95.
Yeah.
I think I was gone by 96, 97. 97 was my final departure. I never came back after that.
97? Yeah, it was 93 to 97. I mean 87, then the 90s. You know how drugs, because you was down in Mo, it was still going on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The drug was still in the community.
It was popping.
It was popping, you know what I'm saying? For a lot of money was being made.
Yeah, a lot of money was flowing through here for sure.
So when you know, you see how the hood is now, and you move around like that, is it like that in other states?
Nah, I've never. Oh no, it's burnt out like that. I didn't experience what I experienced here anywhere else.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful thing. It was.
Yeah,
had some really good times.
But it had some effect. It had some lasting effects on the community. But you know, so you ended up getting extradited back to California by the feds, right? And we got pulled over on Prospect, like 63rd. They put Kiki in the paddy wagon, and I didn't see Kiki again for a minute.
Yeah.
Right? And it so happens that Kiki said she was pregnant with my son when she found out why she was in jail. So what was kind of emotions and stuff was you going through? Because I remember you going to jail, and I know, you know what I'm saying, you ain't want to go. You know, nobody wants to go to jail, but how did you know what I'm saying? But what was your emotion? What was you like in jail and you finding out you pregnant? I don't know if you was married by that time or not, but
I got married after, I mean, at that time I was young, so you know, I could only imagine I was probably scared, confused, you know, didn't know what was lying ahead of me, if I was gonna have my baby in jail. So, I mean, I feel like at that age, because I really can't remember, but I could just imagine that, you know, I was devastated, you know, finding out that I'm pregnant, going to jail for, I didn't even know how long I'd be going to jail for. It's scary. It's scary.
Did your family come up when you was in labor? Or
my mother was there. My whole family was there. My mother, my grandmother. Yeah.
Baby D was in there?
No, he wasn't there. He's still young. But I think he probably came and left.
So then, what year did you end up going to prison?
In 2001.
2001. So you had a little stretch. You made it to Kansas City, 93. 8 years later, you was in prison.
Yeah.
That set your ass down.
Correct.
They got your head together.
Sure did.
Yeah,
never want to do that again.
Who were some of the people from the projects that you remember name some names. Get some shots out.
Let me see. R.I.P. Kevinette.
Kevin.
R.I.P. Charlie.
Charlie.
Shoot. So many of them. Gosh.
They ain't gotta be dead. Who some of the people, anybody that you remember?
I remember Angie B and them, of course.
Who?
Angie B.
Angie
Of
B,
course.
Angie B.
Killer. Who else I remember?
Yeah, Lily, Liza.
Yeah.
So that was, yeah, you was in the hood when a lot was popping. Everybody was still, you know what I mean? A lot of people still around. Frank Nitty.
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah.
Little Frank Nitty.
Yep.
Yeah. Peebo.
Peebo.
Yeah.
Shit, Perry.
Perry. Yeah, but you know a lot of people, man.
I know a lot of people.
Little Kiki.
Yeah.
She a legend in the hood. Key Killer, you know what I'm saying? Lil Cali, we that's what we know, Lil Cali. So what would you tell the kids, you know what I'm saying, from the lessons that you learned? So they ain't gotta, you know, if you can tell them one thing, what would you tell them? Like,
Ain't nothing in them streets.
ain't nothing in
The jails, institutions, and death. That's it.
See.
It ain't the same. Ain't no love. Not like that. Not that kind of love. You want love from a different type of place. You want it from, you know, get a job, meet people on your job. Just try to elevate. Don't stay stuck. Because if you stay stuck, you ain't going nowhere. You're just not gonna go nowhere. And you just, you know, you only get to live life one time. You want to live it to the fullest. You don't want to just be on earth just messing up, you know? You want to enjoy this time. It's short. So I would say really just stay in school, stay educated, you know, and just follow your passion.
Make a family.
Follow your passion, and always stay close to your family, you know, because it's all we got, you know. Some friends turn to family, though, you know. Yeah, because once you get older, you start running out of time. See? And you don't realize how much time you have when you're young and how much stuff you can do so you can set yourself up for when you get older. That's really important. Think about your future. It's 2025. We don't know what's going to happen, so think about your future and make sure you make the best moves, you know. Sometimes you got to sacrifice, and I know it's hard, but sometimes you got to sacrifice. You got to go above and beyond to do certain things to get where you want to be, and it's worth it. Sometimes it can get hard, and you might want to give up because you got to do this, you got to do that. But if you just do everything and you stay strong, you keep pushing, it'll all pay off in the end. And I'm only telling you from personal experience. It pays off in the end in the long run.
What's your ultimate goal? What you striving to do with your life?
Right now, with my new position, I'm just trying to learn as much as I can, get, you know, some real good experience, and to where I feel like, you know, I know enough about my position to move up higher to where I can help other people. I set small goals to create larger ones.
Did you tell your mama and your son hello, or you give them a shout out?
Shout out to my family, my son, my number one. That's my prince.
All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all.